$1,000.
$1,000?
He decided to
For
pay.
how many nights? 4 nights.
4 nights.
So you went and got another hotel room for 4 nights. Did you all see each other again for the rest of the vacation?
Yes, we did.
We did. We had one breakfast.
You say you deal a lot with vegans.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Would that be a natural question that you would ask directly to a client?
Your Honor, I find that it's, to be frank, is oftentimes inappropriate for me to pick apart.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Baker versus Sanchez. Ms. Baker, you are suing Mr. Sanchez for $925 on bad debt that you say he didn't pay.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Explain to the court what happened.
Yes, I am here today to sue Mr. Sanchez for $925 because he committed to pay for his half of our vacation to Cancun, and he has yet to do so.
Well, take me back. I want to understand the nature of the relationship, this trip you decided to take. Give me the details, please.
Absolutely. So I met Mr. Sanchez at the gym. He was my personal trainer for a couple months, and then we ended up falling for each other. He was very gentle and kind in the beginning. We had a loving relationship. We've been together about 4 years now, and it's been very rocky the past couple of years. And we take an annual trip, revive our relationship, get some time away from the world. I was super excited about going to Cancun after he chose, I don't have a reason to lie, Your Honor. After he chose Cancun specifically, I was excited. I said, okay, I'll swipe my credit card for $1,850. And he knows that our agreement, which we've had year after year after year, is that you pay me back via Venmo at the end of the vacation.
Do you have evidence of that charge?
I absolutely do, Your Honor.
May I see it, please?
For the past 2 years, there's been 3 years that we have gone on the trip, but I only have the receipts for the past 2 years where he's Venmo'd me the difference. This is a charge for $1,850. That's the total for 6 days, 5 nights at the all-inclusive resort that I paid for the two of us.
Ooh, that's good.
$320 a day. And then there was a $250 resort fee, so that totals $1,850. So half of that is $925, which is owed to me, and that's why I'm here today.
Got it. And I do see the charge going on your account. This other evidence you're showing the court is payment details from Venmo activity.
Yes, from the past vacation. So the past 2 years, those are the receipts I have of him paying me back the half that he owes me via Venmo.
Around, in 2020 and 2021.
This evidence could become the foundation of the entire case. Even without a written agreement for this specific trip, a consistent history of splitting vacation expenses may establish a pattern that supports the plaintiff's claim.
Yes.
Which I've tried to do on this recent trip, Your Honor.
Oh, you did try to pay her back on this recent trip?
I did, yes.
Oh, well, tell us, Mr. Sanchez, how were you not successful Venmoing her $925?
She would not accept the money that I was going to give her, and the money was more than fair for the time that we spent.
$320 is not fair.
What?
We spent 1 night together. 1 night.
You made a commitment, Chandler, that you would pay me back the $925.
Not with the way you were treating me.
Why did you only try to give her back $300?
Because she was coming down on me constantly. Constant jealousy, constant bickering. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to get out of there. I had to just get into another space.
So on the first, you all been together 4 years. You get to Cancun and start fighting on the first day?
Pretty much. We were on the flight. We had a great flight, and we were lovey-dovey. It was off to a great start. But when we got to the hotel, that's when I noticed the shift happened. It's like a switch. He got really distant. He started to ignore me and not respond. And
that was all you.
All right. So switch top. I mean, I know women, we have our intuition. We know when you're acting funny, Mr. Sanchez, just so you know.
So there was a discrepancy at the hotel. I got us a presidential suite, but they booked us for a regular room. So the person that we were having an exchange with at the counter, he didn't like that interaction.
Your Honor, she was just berating the worker.
We had a conversation.
They were just starting there.
I asked for the manager.
I was trying to calm her down, but she wouldn't let it go.
We got it taken care of, and we got our suite.
Okay, so what happens next? She's gotten on your nerves because you felt like she was doing too much. As she addressed the issue about the suite.
Yeah.
You get the suite. What happens after that?
We go to dinner. Dinner is cold. It's not fun. It's not anything that I imagined that this trip would be. And it was just distant and cold. So we went home or went back to the hotel and slept. And in the morning when I woke up, he was gone.
After the first night?
That is not the way it went down.
Where did you go,
That is
Mr.
not what
Sanchez?
happened. I just took a walk in the morning. That was it. We spent the night together. We tried to make it work, but she would let go the earlier part of the evening. And I stayed. All I did was take a walk in the morning. I wanted to clear my head and make sure I was good.
And when he came back, he started packing his bags.
Notice what's happening here. The dispute is no longer about a vacation bill. The conversation is shifting toward why the relationship collapsed during the trip. When financial disputes become entangled with personal betrayal, judges often pay close attention to motive and credibility.
I came to the decision that it was best that if we got separate rooms for the duration of the vacation, just to kind of make things a bit more calm for us.
After just one night of arguing?
She wouldn't let it go. Everything was just like bickering
What
and
am I
coming
not
down on me,
letting go,
bringing up
Chandler?
stuff from the past.
Like?
All right, so this is your
Like the
receipt.
cookout.
You went over there and paid
$1,000.
$1,000
He decided to
for
pay.
how many nights? 4 nights.
4 nights.
So you went and got another hotel room for 4 nights. Did you all see each other again for the rest of the vacation?
Yes, we did.
We did. We had one breakfast.
We were going to have dinner, but she just kept going on and on about it.
So he
Bringing up the
obviously was with
past.
someone else.
Being jealous over nothing, over the waitress that we had the night before.
Well, we've got some fidelity issues.
Wait, what happened to with the waitress?
Nothing happened. She's just trying to serve
Flirting.
us. We're on vacation.
Let's talk about the cookout
Come on.
right before this.
Oh, here
what
we go
happened?
with the cookout again.
Well, why don't you tell your
There's
aunt what
Tell me
nothing to
happened?
about the
tell.
cookout.
There's nothing to tell.
What happened at the
So
cookout?
there's a cousin who mistook some girl who was there for me, and it gets back to me like, hey, I thought you were going to be at the cookout.
So you don't think he's being faithful to you?
Oh, I'm almost certain. Well, I am certain that he is not. He's
Well, how
had
are you
infidelity
certain?
issues in the past.
How are you certain? I mean, I know
Why
he
did you
got
bring that
missing.
up?
So I was
We already dealt with
contacted
that.
on Instagram by a young lady who states that she was the one spending time with him while he was in Cancun on his beach walks.
There was nobody
for 5
spending
days.
time with me.
Oh, what did this lady say to you?
She ended up looking up hashtag Cancun and she saw our picture. So she said, hey, it looks like we were on a trip with the same guy. And I'm like, hold on, wait, what's going on? So I do have evidence here if you would
I'd
like to see
it.
the
Oh my
text
God, what
thread
is
and
this?
photographs
What
of
is this,
him with this
Photoshop
woman.
stuff?
This is a pivotal moment. Allegations are one thing, but photos, messages, and third-party witnesses can completely change the direction of a case. If the plaintiff can prove what happened in Cancun, it may explain why the vacation unraveled and strengthen her overall credibility.
So she sent me these photos and she sent me information about their trip and how they were hanging out at the jazz club. They went zip lining,
We didn't go
scuba
anywhere.
diving,
We
all
didn't
the
do no
things that
zip
we were
lining.
supposed to
We didn't do
Let's get some order. I'm looking at this evidence. So she writes to you, I know you don't know me, but I was in Mexico with Chan, that's short for Chandler, this weekend, and I saw your picture. You got the wrong girl.
Right.
And you I have a picture to prove we're together. You said, send it, I'd love to see. And then sure enough, she sent a picture.
at
Your
the bar having a great
Your
time.
Honor, that's not even.
I haven't
that's
seen
not
that
true.
smile
Come
in I
on,
don't
you
know
know
how
it's
long.
not
This is
true.
definitely you, Mr. Sanchez.
That can't be me. Your Honor, please.
He
a
believes
friend
his own lies.
let me know that they were in town with friends. I said, cool. She was bugging. I said, let's go.
Oh, so
Was
you're
I, or were you
admitting
the
that
one that left?
woman, you're admitting that the woman was there.
She was there, but not for me. She was with her
You're
friends.
saying she came on her own.
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
And you met up with her.
Her and her friends, yes.
Ms. Baker, you say you brought a witness to court?
Yes, I
All
actually
right.
do have a witness.
I'd like to hear from your witness. Sean, will you please escort Ms. Baker's witness into the courtroom?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, my, what is this?
Few defendants want to see a surprise witness walk through the courtroom doors, especially one connected directly to the allegations being discussed. If this testimony holds up under scrutiny, it could undermine nearly everything the defendant has argued so far. Do you think this witness is telling the whole truth, or is there more to the story?
Hi, Chandler. Please state your name for the court.
Sky Long.
Ms. Long, if I'm not mistaken, you're the woman I just looked at in the photos.
So I've known Mr. Sanchez for a while. We dated back in the day, you know, a long time ago. So I was in Cancun with a group of friends for a birthday, and I saw he was also there online on Facebook. So, you know, I hit him up, see if he wanted to link. And so we hung out the whole trip. He told me he was
We
single.
did not hang out the whole trip.
He told me
whole trip.
She said you told her you were single.
Yes.
Right.
And that
I
he
didn't
wanted
say
to
I
get
was
back
single. I
together.
said I wanted
He
a
said
single
that was the
drink.
best thing that ever happened to him. He wanted to
Really?
rekindle. Yes.
No, come on.
Yes, he was all up on me, kissing on me.
Your Honor, no, all I wanted to do was go to my room to get my wallet, and I told her to just wait outside.
No,
and she
Your
wanted to
Honor.
come in.
He invited me up. He wanted me to see the view.
There was no view.
And so did you go into his room?
Yes,
And
I
what
went into
happened?
his room. I was there for a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she said I was there
Your
for a
Honor,
few minutes.
This is,
The
this
rest
is
of the
said a few
vacation.
days.
lie.
This is who you went on vacation
No,
with.
no, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, I didn't know that he was there with her. Had I known, I would have never even invited him to come, you know,
So
to be
you
with
ended up
us.
spending the rest of the vacation with Mr. Sanchez.
As well as with my
lying?
friends, correct.
We know exactly what happened here. The bottom line is this. Ms. Baker, when you charge something on your credit card, you are responsible to pay that credit card for the amount. I don't see anything in writing. Neither one of you have presented anything that says we're going to go on vacation and we are going to split this half and half. But what you did do, which is important, is you supplied the court with additional evidence. And I see you Venmoing her half of the money for the trips you've taken together. You agreed to go on vacation with her. Y'all fell out. What you really should have done was figured out how to work it out. But instead, you decided to move out of the room and move in, right, with Ms. Long. That's your choice. That
Judge
does not-
Lauren Lake is focusing on something very important here: conduct after the agreement was made. Regardless of how the relationship ended, the court is examining whether both parties originally agreed to share the expense and whether one side simply decided to walk away from that obligation.
That does not change the fact that you agreed to incur the expense together, which is evidenced by how you all took vacations in the past. I can tell. You were supposed to give her the money. And guess what? You're going to give it to her. Judgment for the plaintiff for $925.
Oh, come
Pay her
on,
her money.
Judge.
In
And
the end, this case wasn't really about whether the relationship survived Cancun. It was about whether the defendant still owed his agreed-upon share of the vacation. The plaintiff successfully showed a pattern of previous trips where expenses were split evenly, and Judge Lauren Lake found that history persuasive. While the court heard dramatic testimony about alleged cheating, separate hotel rooms, and a former fling entering the picture, the deciding factor was the financial agreement itself. The lesson here is simple. Ending a relationship doesn't automatically end financial obligations that were already agreed to beforehand. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.
Judge.
And quit
Your
being
Honor.
such a creep.
Come on.
Court is adjourned.
Your Honor,
Lose my
please.
number. Don't ever call me
What?
again. You're trash.
No, you know you're going to pick up my phone call.
Listen, you need to stop harassing women and stop using women. and
I'm not
stop
using
lying to
anybody.
women,
You need to
and you
calm
need to get
down.
yourself
See, look
together.
at you.
Ashamed of
You may exit
yourself.
the courtroom.
Look
You need
at
to
you.
get yourself
You ought to
together.
be
Look at
ashamed
both of
of
you.
yourself.
Yeah, look at that.
Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Jenkins versus Edison.
For many people, veganism is simply a dietary choice. For others, it's a deeply held ethical belief that influences every aspect of life. What happens when those expectations aren't clearly communicated during a professional business arrangement? That's exactly what Judge Lauren Lake is about to decide.
Ms. Jenkins, you are suing Ms. Edison for $3,000. You say she was negligent while she did her job as a stylist. She knew you were a vegan and she put you in clothes made of leather. Is
Yes,
that
Your Honor.
correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please explain what happened.
Your Honor, I'm a country pop singer. I worked with Miss Edison recently on my third music video. I spoke to her before and had a meeting with her, and I showed her posts from my Instagram. I am a devout vegan. I am an animal rights activist. I have never worn animal products in any of my work before, and she knew this and styled me in animal products without my knowledge. And I now can't use the music video, and I am suing her for the cost to film another one.
All right, so Ms. Edison, did you put Ms. Jenkins in animal products knowing that she was a vegan?
Your Honor, I did put her in animal products, knowing she was a vegan.
This is the statement that immediately grabs the court's attention. The defendant openly admits placing her client in animal-based products while knowing she identified as vegan. The question now becomes whether she reasonably understood the limits of that request.
However, when we met, she did not specify that by vegan she meant she doesn't wear any form of animal product. I work with many vegans. I'm very well respected in that community, and I know many who wear leather shoes, and never did Ms. Jenkins specify that.
Were you speaking directly with Ms. Jenkins or with members of her team?
I was speaking directly with Ms. Jenkins.
Your Honor, I have Instagram posts. I have
I'd like to
photos
see them,
here.
please.
If you would like to see them, yes.
Yes.
I'll take it all.
Okay, thank you. These are some of the posts that I showed her in our first meeting.
None of that's about leather, Your Honor.
And so you also included the cost of your music video, which is $2,500.
Yes.
Ms. Edison, I do want to ask you though, because you say you deal a lot with vegans.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Would that be a natural question that you would ask directly to a client?
Your Honor, I find that it's, to be frank, is oftentimes inappropriate for me to pick apart the morals of my clients and why they choose to live their lifestyle.
Do you do study on the client that you are servicing?
Yes, Your Honor.
So did you ever give her leather goods to wear in the past?
This was the first time I had worked with Ms. Jenkins. We met twice before she shot this music video, and I do have, Your Honor, the pictures of the portfolio that I offered her the second time we met.
I'd like to see that.
Of course.
Take the whole
Okay.
folder.
This outlined her options and what I would put her in for this video.
So did you give her the pictures or did you give her the pictures along with the designer names?
I gave her the pictures. There are no labels on the items because we were custom making each of these pieces for her.
When you looked at these options, did you ever say, hi, I just want to confirm that these are going to be faux and not real leather?
No, I didn't, Your Honor.
At this point, the court is looking beyond personal beliefs and focusing on professional communication. When expectations aren't specifically discussed, responsibility can become shared rather than one-sided.
But as you can see from my Instagram posts, I work with a lot of substitute materials that mimic the properties of leather and
I
animal
get
products.
that, but I'm saying, when you saw these, did you confirm that?
No, Your Honor.
This is a clear case of just failure to communicate. When you are the artist, it is very hard to dot every I and cross every T. I also feel like, Ms. Edison, had you said to me that I had never worked with the vegan community, she told me she didn't eat meat and I didn't know that meant she didn't wear it. It is for that reason that I do feel like you both share in the responsibility for the failure of this music video.
When a judge starts talking about communication failures on both sides, it's often a clue that neither party is going to get everything they want. The court appears to be moving toward a shared responsibility outcome.
Video. Out of litigation comes lessons. One, Ms. Jenkins, you understanding that in whatever documentation, whatever contract you do, people are clear on what your demands, expectations, and values are. And also, Ms. Edison, I think you need to understand if this is a community that you are going to a service, right? That you have to do a little due diligence and read about and understand clearly, right? What some of the boundaries may be, expectations may be.
This case highlights how assumptions can become expensive. Whether you're the client or the professional, failing to clearly define expectations at the beginning can lead to disputes that cost far more than a simple conversation would have.
It is for this reason I think both of you need to share in the responsibility for the damages that have been occurred here. And so my judgment will be for the plaintiff for $1,500. Court is adjourned.
Judge Lauren Lake ultimately found that both parties contributed to the problem. The plaintiff never specifically confirmed that the wardrobe materials were vegan-friendly, while the stylist failed to fully investigate a client's well-known beliefs before making wardrobe decisions. Rather than assigning all the blame to one side, the court split responsibility and awarded partial damages. The biggest takeaway is that assumptions are dangerous in business relationships. Clear communication, written expectations, and direct questions can prevent disputes long before they ever reach a courtroom. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.
Your literal child.
I
You're an
hope you
actual
never work
child
with a vegan
for
community
Instagram
again.
followers.
No.
I don't know you anything. You paid me $500.
I am a child. This is
that
this
important?
is my third music
It was that
video.
important?
Yes, thank
that,
you for being
that
so
you didn't
welcoming
notice
to
until
me.
your followers
Yes.
commented on
You
your
may
Instagram
now
post?
exit the courtroom.
Yeah, awesome.